I'ma get paid today. I got a million ways. Niggas is lollygagging.
I ain't started fucking with the trap.
Nah, but if you know the secret, nigga, tell me.
It ain't no secret. Don't. I mean, shit. I win and I lose, but I definitely win way more than I lose.
Oh, shit.
Especially when it comes to the money.
You gotta have it, and then you gotta have the back it. You gotta have the back it so shit is so.
Yeah, but then it might be kind of like if basketball for like now, like you know how niggas did all these trades and shit. So certain niggas that might have been playing more, getting certain stats, now they ain't getting it, or now nigga shit is they trying to get chemistry and all that. You don't know what it is gonna be, so that shit can throw you off.
Make sure I got my audio, Crip. Make sure my audio good. Check. We are live here at the Penthouse. Check. If you come in here, share this motherfucking live. Episode 20. We got my dog in the building too. We gonna get into all that fun stuff, man. Friday night in the city, man. Lovely Friday night in the city, man. Live here at the Penthouse, episode 20. I'm your host, Bangy. And we about to get into it, man. That's all I can say. JC, what up, man?
What's going on with my dog Bang Bang?
It's your world, man. It's your world. We got to get this mic closer to you. You can hold it. Let me see. Maybe I can just put this in here. Because I can see JC going to be on his cool shit today.
Oh yeah, I'm laid back. You know me. That's me.
Yes, sir. Critty, we good with the audio? I'm feeling good today, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling good today. How y'all feeling? Who in the motherfucking building? State your name. What side of town you representing from? Talk to me.
Other than the weather, everything peachy and creamy.
Other than the weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
We figure we should be used to this shit in the city by now, though.
Yeah, but most people, they born and raised here, but they still talk about the weather and let it destroy their whole mood. Nah, for real.
I ain't gonna cap. I'm one of them people. I might do that too sometimes, from time to time.
I'd be like, fuck that, it's raining, or I'm taking my kids to get air to bounce. We going to the movies, something to get out the crib, just something to do, like literally
anything, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what you make of it, buddy.
Where you coming from? You said you was getting your shit valet. You said I'm gonna pull up when I get done from valet. So you coming from somewhere fancy? You fancy ass nigga.
Nah, nah.
Fancy ass nigga.
I ain't too fancy.
I'm glad you came through though, man. We've been trying to get this interview set up for a minute, and I would see my dog out and about. Like, I need you to come to the pen. I need to get this interview with you, man. And my dog always said, yeah, no problem. But my dog is one of the most hands-on fathers I know, and I know my dog a busy man. And like I said, I'm just grateful you pulled up on your dog, for real, man.
Oh, for sure. I was saying the same thing to myself earlier. Like, we was being supposed to do this about 3, 4, 5 months ago. I know time be going by fast.
Time, that's what I was just telling Critty. What I just tell you, Crit, I said, time don't wait on no man. And that's why I'm moving on. I'm moving this year, man. I'm moving on things. You feel me? I'm just pressing the issue because I'm understanding that tomorrow ain't promised and time don't wait on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like you a legend in this motherfucker. I feel like it was only right that I get you to pull up, tell us a little bit of your story and tell us how you manifested this life, man, that not too many have manifested for themselves, man. So hopefully, like I said, we could drop some game on the youngins. We can get the youngins right, and we can get the people a little bit more of an insight about who Jeff Cumberland is.
For sure.
So we're going to start here. For those who don't know, who may have been slept under a rock, introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Jeff Cumberland from Columbus, Ohio, Southside Columbus, Ohio. Went to Columbus Brookhaven High School. They shut us down. We had a state championship.
He touching on everything I want to touch on. He just answering shit. He just talking.
I'm introducing myself for people who don't know. They might not know.
It's all good.
Everybody don't know.
Cause we was gonna touch on this stuff, so it's all good either way. But episode 20, Penthouse Podcast. I'm your host Bangy, and like he said, my dog Jeff Cumberland is in the motherfucking building, man. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
So, for the people who don't know, let's start here. Who is Jeff Cumberland? For the people that don't know. It's kind of simple, but it's hard. But at the end of the day, who is Jeff Cumberland right now? Is I always looked at myself as like a normal person. I know I ain't average, but I always looked at myself as a normal person. But the person who I am, I'm a dad, a son, a friend, a father, a fiance. I got a whole Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations again. I know I already told you, but again.
I got a whole bunch of different titles. So who is Jeff Cumberland? Is, I'm a chef. I'm a dad. A whole bunch of. I got my dog right here with me too. I'm a dog dad.
Shout out the dog too. What's your dog's name again?
Scrumptious.
Shout out Scrumptious in the building, man. JC brought Scrumptious to the penthouse. Is love. You know, everybody is welcome to the pen. You know, Scrumptious is a real player over there, just chilling, and we locked in.
Scrumptious ain't said a word.
Scrumptious is comfortable. Scrumptious is chilling, man. So, where are you from originally?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, and what side of town?
South side, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, so for those who don't know, my dog is from the south side of Columbus, Ohio, and just give us a little bit of like what your background was like growing up in the south side of Columbus, Ohio.
I got two younger brothers. I'm the oldest. It was pretty rough. I'm just like any, kid from the urban area. We all got stories and things that happen in our lives. But for me, as far as any friends I had it worse than any of my friends. And I don't got no friends that was raised in the suburbs or none of that. They, they right there where I'm at.
A lot of people don't know, but we actually went to school together for a few years, high school, Brookhaven. And a lot of the people I see around you now is the same people that's been around you back then.
Yeah, definitely. I'm one of them type of people. I stick to what I know. I don't go out looking for new friends or even foods in restaurants. And when I go to a restaurant, I order the same food. I ain't trying nothing different. I stick to what I know. That's the way you don't gotta.
What's one of your, or a few, if you don't have one, what's your favorite restaurant to eat out here in the city?
I like Roof Chris.
Which
that's typical. That's typical.
Chris.
That's typical. But I'd rather cook my own self to keep it all the way real. Rather than going to a restaurant, I'd rather cook.
I see you be in the kitchen whipping it up on your Jeff Boyardee shit. What's your tell me this. When you whip it up, you always posting these good ass meals on the gram. When you whip it up, when the family requests you to cook, what's that meal that they like? Dad, can you cook that? Or babe, can you cook that?
It ain't never really a request.
It's whatever you feeling.
Yeah, for the most part, that's literally how it is. It ain't never like, oh yeah, can you cook this? This is my favorite. It is just like, no, I know certain foods that they really like lamb chops and stuff like that. Chicken, obviously, every kid like chicken. My kids choose chicken, choose to eat chicken nuggets over anything.
And where would you say you picked your cooking up from?
My grandmother back in the day. I used to be cook like meals like when I was like 10, 11 years old, like literally cook meals. Now obviously I wasn't always good and I done burnt some shit up and all that different shit. But yeah, I learned from my grandma.
Okay. I love the fact that you're a family man. You take great pride in your family. Like I said, you got the same friends around you that's been around you for a while now. Have you always, first off, how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
Okay, and did you always want a big family? Was that something that was always in your plans?
I always said, at least 2, and no more than 6.
More than 6. So it's possible that you gonna have some more, possibly.
Oh, definitely. I got 3 girls, 1 boy. I definitely want another boy if I can. I mean, even if I get another daughter, shit, I'm blessed with beautiful princesses gonna grow into queens. So
I love it, man. I love it. You real hands on as a father, like the real way.
oh yeah, no doubt. One of my daughters live with me. The 3 of my other kids don't live with me, but they see me every day.
I'm about to say, you would think they
no,
live with you as much as you
mean,
post
no.
them and you got them with you.
Yeah, they live literally 365 out of a year, and I talked about this to my kids. They see me 315. That's no
crazy.
cap.
That's good shit, man. That's good shit.
315. I get them from school every day, literally. And I live 45 minutes away from their school. I go get them from school every day though, just so they know they see my face whenever. Which I'm glad that I'm in that position for us being able to see them whenever I want, because I know everybody ain't got that luxury where they can go get their kids or see their kids all the time. And me, since I got that luxury, I'm taking that shit in, because it is some people who got that luxury of getting their kids whenever, and they'll never get them.
Facts.
So shit, my kids gonna know one thing. You can ask them, shit, they gonna tell you.
They're gonna tell you about
I'm
pops.
everything.
They're gonna tell you about pops.
They gonna argue till I die if I'm the best dad in the world or not. I ain't even gotta say nothing. They gonna speak for me.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
I always wanted twins. I was gonna pay for them at one point in time. I was gonna pay to go.
How do you do that?
They got doctors. You gotta go out of town. It's like 10 bands. I was gonna pay that little 10 bands. Yeah, I was gonna pay that. But
Pay for twins. That's I ain't gonna lie.
Shit,
That's the first time I ever heard that you could do that though.
yeah, but it's not like 99% guaranteed that they both gonna be boys or they both gonna be girls. Now they gonna be twins, and one could be a boy and one could be a girl. So it ain't, if you want, oh, I want both girls or I want both boys. Like, it ain't guaranteed that you gonna get that.
Okay. Let's take it back a little bit, man, to the Haven days, man, the legendary Haven days, man. You actually transferred to the Haven, correct?
Nah, I ain't never transferred.
So you was there all 4 years?
Yeah, I got recruited though. For real, I got recruited, bro. I went to sophomore. I was bad as hell. I remember I was on house arrest.
Bad as fuck.
In middle school, I was on house arrest.
You was torturing shit in high school, Jay. You came so far. Like, I'm proud of the man that you grew into, because you was torturing shit in high school.
No, I've always been like a fighter, but I never really been like a bully. I've been like the bully to bully.
Well, you from the South Side.
I used to play too much though, like as any little teenager, but I'm big as hell. You 6'5" and they like 5'5" in the 9th grade.
Of course
like,
you gonna bully. You from the South Side of Columbus though. You gotta have some tough skin.
Oh yeah.
Coming from there anyway.
And when you the oldest child, shit, you forced to have to step up. You forced to have to be a leader. Like, it ain't. It's forced on you.
In high school, you played football and basketball. Which one was your first love? Which one did you love more?
Basketball. Like, people who really know me, like, I still play basketball to this day though. But like basketball.
Your ass used to be yamming on shit.
But the thing is, like, in high school, like, I never like worked on my game at no sport. Like, when it was basketball practice, I went to basketball practice. It wasn't no after practice or no getting some extra shots in or getting some cone drills in.
You pretty much just did just to get by, enough to get by type shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why you think that was though?
Just, I guess all the shit that I had going through coming up, and then just focusing on what I was doing at the moment. Shit, I was enjoying it. I was having fun. So to me, I'm just having fun doing it until, a certain point, rankings and all that start to come out. Then you start to see, hopes and dreams start to get a little closer.
That's crazy. Tell us this. If you didn't take the professional athlete route, what is it that you think where do you think your life would have went, or what is it that you think you would have chose to do professionally instead?
Oh, I ain't gonna even cap to you. Like, if I didn't, sports saved me. That saved me. That kept me. That kept me off the. That kept me off the. Well, it didn't keep me off the block, but I wasn't on the block. You know, doing certain shit. I was out there with them, but I wasn't doing certain shit. And they used to be like, "Nah, he the one." You know, I'm allowed out there, but I ain't allowed to touch nothing, and ain't nobody allowed to touch me.
Yeah. Type shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and I think for the youth especially, I think sports is currently saving a lot of the youth. Currently, so with it playing that big of a role in your life and helping you make that transition for the better, that's an amazing thing. That's an amazing thing to see the progress. You're super into fashion. You put this shit on. You be on the gram popping your shit, fresh pics. You got the whole designer model poses. You do all that the whole time. Tell me, how long have you actually been into fashion, and what are some of your favorite fashion brands and designers?
I've always been into fashion, but growing up and not having much, it's only so much stuff you can
do.
You can have, but you know,
you gotta make it shake, man.
But you know, I used to have. You got that flick?
Yeah.
But I used to have uncles and shit. They used to leave their clothes and shit at my grandma's house. You know, that's their mom, and you know they got the FUBU and all that shit.
Yeah.
What? And they was my size. I wore that shit to school and put it right back. But I was so clean and so neat, he wouldn't even know that I wore it. There wouldn't be no stain on it or nothing.
So you wore that shit without him even knowing, type shit.
Yeah, but then once he knew, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, JC, you good? You can rock my shit because I know you gonna keep it clean. I respect it." So but that only lasted for like a little minute. I only used to do it like literally middle school, high school. It wasn't middle school, but middle school I was already 7th grade. I was already 6 foot.
That's crazy. Tell me this. To make the NFL is like, to make the NFL, any professional thing, NBA, to make it as a professional musician, artist, to make it to the professional level of anything is one of the hardest things there is to do in the world. And no matter what roads or obstacles it was, or no matter how you did it, you done that. And I first off want to say salute, because not too many have the opportunity and not too many cross that threshold mentally in life to make that happen, because I know it takes a lot. Tell me what the preparation was like for you to actually make it to the NFL, as far as you crossing that line to get there.
It's more so discipline. That's the main thing. Being disciplined in life, being disciplined on and off the field or court, whatever sport it may be. And, you know, just being disciplined and following the right paths and doing the things that you need. You know, you might want to go out and have a drink with the fellas, but you might have early morning workouts or practice. So shit, that discipline, nah, I'm gonna stay in the room and I'm gonna get my sleep, and boom. The other player who ain't disciplined, he like, shit, I can still wake up. He still going out, he partying and shit. He do wake up, but shit, you can see it. Obviously, you can smell the alcohol from the pores. The coaches, they can smell it, they know it, and then you showing it like from your work. You got the beer muscle, so you think you looking good, but you ain't lifting as much as you know you normally do. You tired, you more tired from runs and different stuff like that. So it's just more so just being disciplined and aware.
Facts. You did 2 years at Illinois, correct?
4 years.
4 years at Illinois. What was the difference like from you transitioning from the high school ball and your normal routines and workouts to actually going to Illinois and playing? Did you feel much of a difference?
Yeah, because you got to hold yourself more accountable in college. Like high school is more so, you know, you at school, you got practice after school. You already there, like you already there. You already there. So don't want to go to practice, but you know, a lot of times you be lackadaisical or you ain't really practicing hard. Rather than college, that shit is like a strict schedule. In that first, like when you first coming in, it's hard because you got this school and then you got meetings, then you got lifting, running, then you got the other football, then you got to meet with counselors and these people and that people. Then you still got autographs and different stuff you got, and then you still got to make sure your books is fully tight, but you still excited because you a student, but you an athlete at the same time. So.
How do you feel NIL deals would have changed when we was growing up and in school? How do you feel that would have changed our lives?
Oh, that's definitely big. We've been saying that for, obviously, even before I came and started playing. People been saying, you know, athletes should get paid. I mean, you see how much revenue they making off the athletes. You still ain't getting paid enough. Even the pros, like, the owners is billionaires, they getting buku money. You getting hurt, they don't want to give you no dollars.
Crazy, dangerous sport too. Dangerous sport, fun sport, very
dangerous.
entertaining sport. We all love it, but we can't deny that it definitely is a dangerous sport and definitely worth every dollar that them boys out there making and playing for. Cause the way them boys be hitting out there, and man, I ain't gonna cap. Couldn't be me, man. You ever got your head rocked in a NFL game, just on some rock shit where you was like, damn, bro, rock me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I had to get out the game for a little bit.
See, that's
right
serious.
Right here. I got stitches. Right here.
See, it's serious, and I ain't even laughing because it's not funny.
Right here.
It's serious.
Nah, shit, I ain't tripping. It's part of the game.
Damn.
Yep. He ring my bell. I ain't had no concussion or nothing. I came right. I had to get stitched up. I got stitched up. I came right back in the game. You know me, I'm head hunting. Look, shit, where that nigga? I'm about to crack his ass. I was trying so hard to crack that nigga, I couldn't even get to it. On everything I love. I'm cool. I ain't got no concussion. Let me get out on the field. Just stitch me up. I'm cool. Watch what I do to him.
Tell us this. And if it's too personal, you don't have to answer. We can skip it. What was your first big purchase after entering the NFL?
See, when I first entered, I was free agent, so it ain't like I was making big money. Shit, my first signing bonus was $2,000, and after taxes, it was $1,200. So then, obviously, my rookie year, I never was on a practice squad or nothing. So I was always on a 53-man roster. So I always made active, always at least made $365,000. That was the rookie minimum when I played. So I always made that at least. But I wasn't getting paid nothing crazy. But I would say my biggest purchase once I did do something, it was only like $150,000. I had bought my grandma a house.
That's crazy. That's amazing. Good shit. That's amazing. Tell me what you feel your worst investment was during your time in the NFL.
Shit, some of the partying. Maybe maybe a couple of the people who I was dipping out the money to.
A lot of partying. You was hitting them clubs.
Oh, for sure. You know how it is when you're done. I wasn't one of them kids that was like going to teen clubs. Like I wasn't going out before my age. Like I wasn't going to the clubs until I was old enough. Like I wasn't one of them that was young trying to get in the. Nah, I wasn't doing that. That's one thing. Like I was a fighter and I was from the hood and I hang out with the homies in the neighborhood. But when they, when they clicking up and go into the clubs just to fight and they got new clothes, new shoes on just to go fight, I was never with that. Like yo, no.
Makes sense. Have you ever faced anybody in the NFL that you looked up to and actually had to go against them? Like when you finally made it there?
I ain't gonna say nobody that I really looked up to and I had to face.
Or
especially
let's say
I mean, you can go by like
you fucked with. like before you got there?
Played against, Troy Polamalu, playing against him when I played for the Jets against the Steelers. And then I would say more so, some couple people I played with. But
I
one
seen
of the
you comment
coolest,
they was talking a bunch of shit when y'all was playing them.
Antonio Gates, he one of the coolest laid back dudes.
Antonio Gates.
The legend, Charger legend for sure. He a good dude though, real good, humble.
How did you feel? What was the feeling like when you scored your first NFL touchdown? Do you remember the feeling?
Oh yeah, I remember it exactly. I remember every touchdown, every catch, it's just like certain shit that you don't even forget. You remember.
So walk us through how you feel about your first NFL touchdown, that feeling. Walk us through that feeling.
For one, I was surprised that he threw it to me. Obviously,
Why would you?
because I was young. I'm young, undrafted. So and we done worked on this play so many times. He ain't never throw it to me. He threw it to somebody else. So when he threw it, I was surprised because I kind of always ran it like I was running somebody off and trying to get somebody else open. But I ran right past him. He threw it up. I bobbled it and all that. But then once I came down with it, I was definitely excited. I think I bent down like on the knee and then act like I was open up the safe and then let the money go and did some more stuff like that and all that.
So you already had,
and it was Monday night, so it was
even better. That made it that much more special. Did you already know what celebration you was gonna do if and when you scored? Did you already have it in mind? Like, I know what I'm doing.
I always had it in mind. It's weird. It's weird, but I always had it in mind. It's like and it's kind of weird. Like what games you gonna score. You got a certain feeling like you know what games you gonna have good games in.
But that game, you had no idea the ball was coming to you that game on that play.
Not on that play, because like I said, I normally ran it as just running somebody off and opening it up for somebody else.
That makes sense.
And I was young. Like I said, I was young. That was my second year in the league. I'm undrafted, free agent.
What teams you rocking with now? Like NFL teams? You got any teams?
See, I don't got no favorite teams. I still got homeboys that play for pretty much every team in the league. I got a homeboy, or somebody I'm cool with that play for them. Or now it's coaches that I didn't coach for. That coach me.
That's
they
crazy.
Go somewhere, I might like the style of the coach, or once I started getting older and I started realizing about players getting traded and stuff like that, I stopped really liking certain teams, and I just, I'm just a fan of sport, but I'm a fan of all sport. Like when I'm not doing much, I watch sports, and I don't just watch it like a fan watching it. No, like I really watch it to the T, and I'm really.
Like you really locked in.
From youth football to youth basketball to AAU to high school to college to. Like I really watch it. Like you got to pay attention to the youth. You got to pay attention to what's up and coming.
That's true.
Some people get lost. They act like they don't want to get,
And that's one thing about you, man. Like no matter how big you got, you never really got big headed. You always showed love back to the city. You always kept it real with your people. You just all around solid, man. You just kept it solid. That's rare, man. That's rare shit for real. That's real shit.
Nah, I just felt like for me to give back, like I didn't have about eight toy drives here in Columbus, Ohio.
We was gonna get into that. So since you brought it up, let's talk about your foundations and the things basically that you have done or that you do plan to do for the youth as far as your foundations and organizations go.
Okay. Well, I got the Jeff Cumberland Foundation, which is...
Make sure you speak up just a little bit. They gotta hear this for sure.
Okay. Yeah, but I got the Jeff Cumberland Foundation, which with that is a nonprofit organization. And I done had camps, so I done had 6 football camps. I done had 8 toy drives here in Columbus, Ohio. I done had like 3 or 4 in New York when I was playing, and I didn't have one in San Diego. So I done had a nice amount of toy drives over the year. As well with the nonprofit, I got some stuff that's up and coming. I really haven't talked to too many people about it, but kind of like a Big Brothers program where we teaching them about different stuff.
Dope.
Teach them about, nonprofit taxes and, have different speakers come in and talk to them for different things, not just sports and different things like that, because, it's a lot of kids that they don't have father figures. And for kids that's in the suburbs who do have mom and dad, or they got their parents and they're married and they got good jobs and they working, but they work so much they really ain't giving them that attention that they really need.
Yeah.
So they kind of doing their own thing, kind of lost. Yeah, they well off because people got money, but they basically like they by themselves for
In
real.
the same situation.
Yeah.
That's
And they
important.
trying to
That's
find
deep.
guidance in different shit. So it ain't just for all the black community or the inner city. I'm for the youth, literally for the youth. Like I feel like that's literally my calling to give back. Like that's just with just kids in general, from my kids to whoever's kids. That's one thing. Like I really take that shit serious with the kids. Like I don't play no games.
I love it.
The way I was raised and the shit that I had to deal with and go through, I wouldn't wish that on no kid. Like literally, because I done overcame some shit, and especially at a young age. So anything that goes on now and as an adult is kind of lightweight compared to what I, had going as a kid. And during that time, you can't control shit. You don't got no money. You don't got no job. You don't got this. You don't got that. You the kid. Now I'm an adult, so I can control some shit. If I can't control it, then I'm gonna let it go. But if I can control it and I don't like it, I'm gonna make some changes, flat out.
That's excellent advice. Tell me, and great job with all the work that you have done with the youth too, man. I commend you. That's great shit. Keep it going. Tell me how somebody could help, or if they wanted to be a part of one of your organizations or help with any of the camps or giving back to the youth, how they could contact you as far as that goes.
You can always reach out to me, Instagram or Facebook, but more so to like when I put information out, like I'm gonna do a camp, but I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna do it. I'm still, brainstorming and things like that to decide exactly when I want to do it and where. I got to make sure certain fields is available, all that different stuff before I just come up with a date.
Yeah,
so
got to handle all the technical
so once
shit.
I get all that, it'll have all the information on my social media where you can just click it and see everything that's going on.
So y'all heard it here from the man himself, man. I want to go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Since we represent that Behave, you feel me? If anybody in the building from Behave, man, comment if you from Behave in the motherfucking comments, man. So, the 2004 high school season, you guys won a state championship. I believe the date was December 3rd, 2004, to be exact. Super big accomplishment. The first Columbus City school to capture a state championship. Tell me what you remember most about that specific moment in your life, because that's history. Like a lot of people could try to sleep on that moment if they want to, but that's history.
No, for sure it's history. That was my junior year.
Tell me what you remember most about that moment.
About the moment, see the moment is compared to the journey. It's a difference. Because the state championship moment is just like, okay, the moment never really hit me because I kind of knew what was gonna happen early on. So it was more so of the journey of how it happened. Like we was destroying people the whole year. Like we already kind of knew, and we was disciplined with it. That was the difference between us and any other city league team who might have had good players and things like that. We was disciplined. We was good, athletic, fast, and we was disciplined. So with that discipline, that just put us over the edge because we was already more talented than anybody, like over the board. No matter, our backups was better than your backups. Literally, you know, we putting little Speedy in him in.
He
went to Colorado though, but he was the backup though. Like, and he was what, like 5'6", but he was strong though. He was benching about 280 as a freshman, and you would look at him like, nah, you can't do that. He was literally like 5'6", probably 140, 150.
That was an epic season, man. I got a lot of memories. Like, it was kind of long ago, but I got a lot of great memories about that school, about the sports programs that the Behave produced. I was never part of them. I went out for the basketball team because my aunt made me go out for it freshman year.
Man, you was part of it. You was there. What you mean?
Nah, they cut my ass from the basketball team freshman year because I couldn't make left-handed layups. So what? Fuck it. You feel me? But at the same note,
06 year we was loaded, especially freshman year.
On the same note, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep this all the way real. When you walk into basketball players and you see Drew Labs and all types of motherfuckers in there, like they was the upperclassmen. But when you see them playing this shit, I'm like, man, I'm not about to get out here and play with these niggas for real. So I got cut on purpose. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it real because I wasn't trying to get into that. But tell me, what do you think it was about that 2004 season that made it so special? I know you said discipline, but what else? Because it's like y'all brought all these players together from all different areas, and like y'all had one goal in mind to get it done. Like, what do you think it was that sparked that, or what made that season so special besides the discipline?
I mean, you gotta think, the year before that, we was good. We only lost one game. We was 13-1 before we got any transfers or anybody. They just helped us, you know, get a little over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And by that next year, we, you know, Mike McGee, he was a young quarterback. What was it, a sophomore the year before? So, you know, a young quarterback.
Man.
Team just had more chemistry, and, you know, guys stepped up. And then with the additional guys that we had from Aaron Franklin, it definitely turned us up a notch. And that season was definitely something to remember.
Definitely one for the history books.
Yeah, you can feel it even playing. Like, you can feel it. Like, you could feel that we was a powerhouse playing. Like, you can tell. Like, it's weird. Like, no cocky shit, because I'm always on some humble shit. But
yeah, y'all had an energy in the school.
Nah,
like,
you can literally tell. Like,
even us that wasn't playing, we was so excited for y'all. We was so, like, we felt like we was the shit just because y'all was the shit. Like, and we went there. So
we the school.
like,
you know how it go. If your school sports good, then your school is good.
Listen, y'all had us turned. Man.
When Duke was winning them championships, I'm pretty sure Duke is jumping.
Facts. Facts. Fang, shout out Fang. He said, tell your life, Jeff, you started from the hood first. Oh, for sure. He definitely spoke on that. My dog definitely came from scratch, from the bottom.
From the bottom. Literally.
From the bottom.
Rats and roaches. Shit, before I turned 18, I lived in 35 different cribs.
Sheesh. I ain't gonna lie, we lived in a lot too growing up, Critty, but 35 is a lot. You might have us about 5 to 10.
35 different cribs before 18.
What do you think one of the hardest parts about your childhood was and growing up in? And basically, cause you know, as kids and as child, like when we go through a lot of childhood trauma and shit, and then when we get older, we figure out what's wrong with us and how to deal with it, how to get over it, basically to keep moving. What do you think was like one of the hardest things to actually deal with or get over as a child?
To be honest, I kind of been like, always kind of been, had to be like the strong one. Like, even when I might feel a certain way, you would never know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the type, never let them see you sweat type shit. So I always been that type. So it ain't never really affect me, because, you know, once I got to high school, I could see the change in my life. Like, I could see the, you know, the openings. I could see the glamour. I started traveling, playing AAU, going out of town, seeing different parts of the world. Like, okay, now I ain't just stuck right here on Livingston and Oakwood, or Livingston and 22nd or Gilbert, wherever I'm at. Facts. Right here on Livingston Ave.
Facts.
I ain't just seeing. I'm really seeing it's way more out there than just right here. So for me as a kid, I was able to see certain shit different. That's why I was able to make it because I changed certain shit. Like like I said, when I was 12, I was on house arrest for 6 months. I done went to jail, juvenile a couple times. 45 days, one day type shit. But I done got in trouble and did certain little shit. But once I got to high school and I had coaches around me to kind of like guide me through just little shit. Pop up to my classroom, take me home, make sure I'm cool type shit, just checking up on me, just actually, cause if I didn't want to go to school, I ain't have to go to school. Like shit, most people in my family dropped out at an early age, and it was shit, cause we didn't want to go to school, you didn't want to go to school, shit. It was just like that. But for me, nigga, we ain't got no cable, we don't got no phone. Hell no, I don't want to stay home. Nigga, what?
School is your fun, man.
Hell no, these roaches crawling up my legs. I'm trying to get out this bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
You never know, man. You never know what a motherfucker going through at the crib, too, man. Like, for real.
I used to always say, like, shit, I'm going to make it. Like I said, I ain't never really do extra training with nobody. For one, they didn't really have it back then, and we didn't have no money to pay nobody for no training or no shit like that. But I always played sports. Always. I always had a ball. Like, I used to walk far as fuck. Like, anybody who know from the south side, I usually used to walk from Livingston and Oakwood to Schiller Recreation Center. In every weather. Rain, sleet, snow. Nigga, I'm 12 years old. I used to walk to Lincoln Park, literally, I used to play for the Southside Seminoles. I used to walk to Lincoln Park from Oakwood and Livingston with my full equipment on, cleats and all that. Go swimming. Straight from the swimming pool. Ashy as fuck, chlorine and all that. Nigga, wet draws and all that. And go practice. On everything. And go practice. Niggas be like, bro, why you got your equipment on so early? Nigga, I'm going to the pool and I'm going to practice right afterwards. It's right here.
You was a wild boy, man. You was a wild boy. What's up with my dog? What's up with my dog Jules, man?
Oh yeah, he good. He just got engaged, so
congratulations. Hey Jules. Shout out my dog Jules, congratulations. Y'all holding it down, man. Y'all definitely breaking the cycle and changing up shout out to all the people breaking the cycle, the generational cycles and curses, cause y'all getting married, y'all doing good for yourself, y'all motivating me, y'all inspiring me. This shit is lovely, man. Like, these is actually people I grew up with, and to see the progression, like, I love to see my friends doing well, living their dreams out. The shit is amazing, man. The shit is really amazing.
It ain't easy. It ain't gonna never be easy. That's just like anything in life.
Yeah.
It ain't shit easy. Not anything worth having.
Quay said, man, that 04 year gave me some confidence. I still carry today. I know. I know, trust me. I'm sure some other players still walking with that belt too. So how you feel about the Little League as far as the Little League? Because you know how it be like a lot of drama surrounding the Little Leagues and stuff. People like to do like a lot of the online social media blasting the Little Leagues. But from your personal perspective, from you being that you've crossed that threshold of a professional athlete, where do you think we are now as far as the space of the Little Leagues? How do you think it is right now?
As far as the drama and the nonsense, I don't really get into that. I stay in my own lane. That's just me in general in any situation. But the Little League for Columbus is progressing. It's definitely progressing. You know, DJ Dominic Jones, he went to Brookhaven with us. He was on the state championship.
Shout out my dog DJ.
You know, he got the Legacy U program, and he got it going for the kids. He definitely got it going. He got a good league going. They traveling. He doing some good things. So I see the Little League. I see it going up, especially from when I played to even a couple years ago. Like, he got it set up, you know. And you can't please everybody. It's gonna people, you know, who not gonna like certain stuff, or, you know, I done heard certain stuff. Like I said, I mind my business, but, you know,
I definitely fuck with what DJ doing. We actually gonna get him on here for an interview soon. Hopefully we can get that soon. It's definitely in the works. Definitely love what he doing, like I said, with the league and everything. And I think we in definitely a different space than where we was when we was coming up too. So I'm definitely feeling good about that as well. What do you think is next for you? Being that you're retired now, do you think coaching is in the for sure future for you?
It's crazy because I used to always say like, nah, I ain't gonna do no coaching. I ain't gonna do no coaching. But now that my son, he only 5, but he getting to that point like he just played t-ball, and then he just finished his basketball season, and then he gonna play flag football, and then I'm gonna let him play tackle football. So obviously, you know, I'm gonna be there for him, and and whatever he doing, I'm gonna, you know, I got to be a part of it, and I got to coach him too. I can't just be the parent to just take him every day and just sit there, especially when I got so much knowledge to give and all that. I'll be cheating.
So that's why I'm asking though. Do you think you'll end up trying to coach a specific team or getting your own team to coach one day?
Yeah, I mean, I did some coaching. I coached for Reynoldsburg last year, Reynoldsburg High School football team. So I did a little bit of that, and I thought about it this year. But like I said, as far as my son's teams, I was just coaching the 6U team. My 6U team. We got a banquet tomorrow, matter of fact. Yeah, my son's 6U team. My son and my nephew, they play on it. We had a pretty decent season. But yeah, they was out there playing football. They ready for football.
What position your son like?
He ain't even really on no positions yet. You know, I still kind of let them be kids. You know, I still do a little training and certain stuff with them, but I let them be kids. Shit, I take them everywhere. I just brought them back from Disney World. Shit, my son's birthday, he went to Myrtle Beach. My daughter, she about to turn 7 in April 5th, and then we asked her what she want to do for her birthday. She talking about she want to go to China.
Your daughter?
Yeah,
That's
talking about
dope.
she want to go to China. And then my oldest daughter like, Lola, yes, Daddy has money to go to China, but I think you're overdoing it. I don't think he's taking you to China. I was cracking up.
I think that's an even doper response too for her to even be like that. The fact that you, like I said, completely changed up the program, and like I said, you got your kids doing stuff that you didn't even do when you was double their age.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I ain't even started playing sports on a team until I was 9. My son 5. He already playing. He already done started, so he got it way earlier than me. In my first year when I played football for Malt Raiders, I was shitty. I remember
Shitty.
Well, that was shitty. Literally, I think I got in one game, but that next year I came back, I was popping everything, and from there I just knew like I had it. Cause since then I was always kind of like that one, and I never really realized it as much until like older, and then I started thinking back like, damn, I was really doing that shit like that. But during the time I was never, you know, too cocky or like, nigga, I'm the shit. Like I was never like that. I was always kind of quiet and shy for real.
Just cool in there. Tell me this, kind of a weird question. I ain't gonna say weird question. No question is almost no question is weird, but different question. If you could be a superhero, what would your superhero name be, and what superhero power would you possess?
See, I ain't never really been into like superheroes and shit like that.
It's just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah. I think I need another joint. I ain't high enough.
He said, I ain't high enough for those questions, nigga. He said,
superhero.
You don't want the space with it.
She is super dadders. No, none of the not in none of the shows I done seen. Nah.
He said super dad.
Yeah, some shit like that. That's all I care about as far as motherfuckers actually caring. Like, I used to be worried about what people thought about me and shit like that. Now I don't give a fuck. As long as my kids, they enjoying it, they like it, That's all that matters.
As long as they like it, you love it.
I'm literally like that though. You ask motherfuckers who's close to me, like nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Things happen. Temperature, it has a function on it. When the temperature gets too hot, it automatically turns itself off. So we back rolling. My dog Jay's kids is blowing him up. They need they pops, you feel me? My dog was already saying, you feel me, he a family man. Y'all know I ain't holding that down. But before you get out of here, I wanted you to just give us a message for the youth, man. It's a lot of kids out there going through their own trials and tribulations and going through things that probably you don't feel they have the confidence or the guidance or the strength to make it to the point that you've made it to. I want to know what it is that you could tell the youth to help inspire them, guide them, and help push them to the next level. Some words of inspiration from Jeff Cumberland.
some words of encouragement.
Advice, inspiration, encouragement, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, I would just say stay dedicated, stay disciplined, and be coachable. You know, you got to be coachable. That's like one of the number one things. Like, you can be the greatest athlete, but if you ain't coachable, which some people who, if they don't know what coachable is, you know, somebody who listening and you know, doing what they supposed to be doing what the coach is asking you to do. Your coach, your teacher, or your parent ain't gonna never ask you to do nothing that they know that you physically can't do. Anything they asking you to do, they know you can do it. So, and once you learn, you push yourself a little bit, you start learning more about yourself. And you really building on yourself, because you never done growing. You could be 65 and still grow.
Ain't that the truth?
You never know too much.
Ain't that the
It's
truth,
still a lot of shit that
I'm
don't
still
know.
learning daily.
And I done been all around the world in so many places and seen so many things, and you know, accomplished and overcame some things. But yeah, just stay disciplined and stay looking up, looking forward, push forward. You know, and it's okay, you know, to be mad, sad, all those different type of things. But it's certain ways that you handle it. Like, just cause you sad, you don't gotta cry every time you sad. Every time you mad, you don't gotta slam the door or cut somebody out or punch the wall or get into a fight or even have a drink that where you know it's gonna turn you up some more. You know, different little stuff. Like, you know, just knowing how to control yourself, control your attitude, discipline, and that'll get you far.
I love it. If ain't nobody told you, I'm gonna tell you here and now. You a legend. You a Columbus City legend, bro, and you a legend in the world. But I'm talking about from Columbus. You're a legend. You feel me? You've done and accomplished things that a lot of people will never accomplish, bro. Like, there's no way to sugarcoat it, bro. You changed you created your legacy. You changed your circumstances for your family and those around you, close to you, man. And you a stand-up dude, bro. And I just want to commend you. I want to give you your flowers now, here and today. And I want you to know that your hard work, all the work that you put in, all the history that you put in, all the time that you put in, the 10,000 hours plus that you put in, does not go unnoticed, bro. And I definitely salute. I respect you. You a big inspiration to the city, and just keep going, bro. Keep doing everything that you're doing, bro. Like, it's crazy, like going to high school with you and watching you accomplish these things. And actually knowing you, it's a little different, because I can't say I know a lot of sports players, or people that was in the NFL, you feel me? So it's an honor, it's a blessing. I appreciate you for taking the time away from your kids and your family to come through and chat with us. Let people know where they can follow you at, because I know they want to see you post that drip and them good ass plates that you be posting. Let the people know where they can follow you at, find you if they want to contact you regarding any business inquiries.
My Instagram is Jeff.Cumberland. I don't do Twitter or nothing. Pretty much Instagram is pretty much the only social media I do. I mean, I do have a Facebook. I got a couple of Facebooks. And that's the same thing, just my name, Jeff Cumberland. You can reach me on there, you know. Me and my kids, we got a YouTube coming up as well.
What's the name? You already got a channel started?
With the Cumberland Crew. Yeah, I just...
Is that the name of the channel?
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Cumberland Crew right now. Turn my dog up. How many subs y'all got right now?
I don't know. I'm literally just now, you know, getting it set up and all that.
I don't know how many y'all got right now, but I'm telling you, that motherfucker going up. It's going up. That's the perk. I'm glad you did it. I'm so glad you started that. I give it 5 months to a year, and that motherfucker going up. That motherfucker gonna really be up.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, I didn't had a chance, like, to do a TV show with the kids, but it happened to be at the wrong time. Literally, they wanted it to be like when I was playing for the Jets in New York, New Jersey. They wanted the family to be out there, and I had just went to the Chargers. Literally, I just went to the Chargers, so I know. I mean, it can come, or I can do it my own self at the same time. But my kids, they exciting. They something to see.
It's gonna be turned, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Cumberland Crew. Again, I appreciate my dog Jeff for stopping through on us. This is the Penthouse Podcast, episode 20. I'm your host, Bangy. And other than that, man, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. We out this bitch, man.